Hello everyone and welcome back to Neptune's Child Tarot. My name is Monique and this is my second tarot channel here on YouTube. For those of you that are new, welcome. You may also want to check out my main tarot channel, Moon Moth Goddess, where I do have a bunch of other pick a card readings posted for you guys in playlists. Today's pick a card reading, we are doing what are your unique gifts, talents, abilities, skills, however you want to look at that. And we do have 3 crystals for you guys to choose from today. We are going to be shuffling and putting the piles together for those of you that do like to watch that process. But I will have the timestamps down below for those of you that want to skip right ahead to your reading. So what are your unique gifts, talents, abilities, skills? And we'll look into those. So pile number 1, you are going to be this Smokey Quartz crystal for pile number 1. Pile number 2, you are going to be the Angel Aura Quartz crystal. And then pile number 3, you are going to be this Obsidian crystal here for pile number 3. So if you already know based off of just the crystals here, you can jump ahead to the timestamp, but we are going to be putting the piles, the tarot and the oracle, shuffling them on camera. I will also have a timestamp of what your pile looks like put together with the crystal. So you may want to take a little look at that. That will be called pile selection. So you could see the pile with the crystal and you might want to see how that looks just to see if you need like extra help to choosing the pile that is calling to you the most. All timestamps will be down below and I will see you guys at your reading. All right, so let's put these piles together today. I will have all of the tarot and oracle decks listed down below in the description box. I always put them down below for you guys. Today we are going to be using the Midnight Magic tarot for our deck today, and then I will have all of the oracle decks listed for you guys too. So let's pull our tarot first. We're going to be pulling 4 tarot cards for each pile for this reading today. What are your unique gifts, talents, and abilities? So we're going to start off with pulling the 4 for pile 1, which is going to be the Smokey Quartz. So Spirit, what are pile number 1's unique gifts, talents, skills, abilities, powers? What are pile number 1's unique gifts, talents, skills, abilities? Okay, so let's get 3 more. Pile number 1's unique gifts, talents, skills, abilities. And let's pull 1 more for pile number 1. Oops. That one, we'll take that one. Okay, so pile number 2 with the Angel Aura. What are pile number 2's unique gifts, talents, skills, abilities for pile number 2? Pile number 2's unique gifts, talents, skills, abilities. And let's do pile number 3 now with the Obsidian. Pile number 3's unique gifts, talents, skills, and abilities. And one more for pile 3. Okay, so we have our tarot. Now let's get into our oracle. Let's pull one of these. And what is this one? This one is the Dreamscape Oracle deck. Dreamscape. Okay, so let's pull one of these. What is pile number 1's uniques, gifts, talents, skills, abilities for pile number 1? That's for pile 1. And now pile 2 with the angel aura. What are their unique gifts, talents, skills, and abilities for pile number 2? And pile number 3 with the Obsidian. Okay. Now we're going to pull one from this deck, which is the Priestess of Light Oracle. And I hope I have all the boxes around me. But let's see. Pile 1. Your unique gifts, talents, skills, and abilities for pile number 1. And pile number 2. And pile 3. Okay. Now let's do this one here. And the box isn't closed, but the book is. It's the Mystical Shaman Oracle for this one. Pile number 1's unique gifts, talents, skills, and abilities. Pile 1. Pile 2. And pile number 3. That one there. Okay, so we're going to do this one here. And I don't know if I have the box for this one. Oh, here it is. The Animal Spirit. Wild Unknown Animal Spirit. So pile number 1's unique gifts, talents, skills, abilities. For pile number 1. And pile number 2 with the angel aura, unique gifts, talents, skills, and abilities. And pile 3 with the Obsidian. Okay. And then now we're going to do this one here. And this one is, oops, wow. I'm dropping things back here. Okay, so we've got the Wild Unknown Archetypes. And it does come in a bigger box, but this is like the little box that sits inside of that. So let's pull one of these. Wild Unknown Archetypes. Pile number 1's unique gifts, talents, skills, and abilities. We're going to do this one here. And pile number 2 with the angel aura. Pile 2, and then pile 3's unique talents, skills, and abilities for pile number 3. All right, and then we're going to do our last one here, which that's the box that just dropped, I think. Half of it did. We have the Master Teacher Crystal Oracle. The bottom half of the box fell off. Okay. So, pile number 1's unique gifts, talents, skills, and abilities. That's for pile 1. Pile 2. And then pile number 3's unique gifts, talents, skills, and abilities. That's for pile 3. Okay. So let's get these a little bit neater. I'm going to have to move this one over a little bit. That will be for pile 2. And pile number 3. Okay. So here are our piles all put together. Pile number 1, this is going to be yours here with the Smokey Quartz. Pile number 2, this is yours here with the Angel Aura. And pile number 3, this is your pile here with the Obsidian Crystal. Timestamps will be down below to go directly to your reading, and I will see you guys there. Hi, pile 1. So those of you that resonated with the Smokey Quartz Crystal, this is going to be your reading. So today we're looking into what are your unique gifts, talents, abilities, skills. Now I did forget to mention in the intro that this may also include any type of spiritual gifts you do have. However, that's not primarily what our focus is today. However, if that is something that does come through, then I will, let you guys know. Okay. But yeah, we're not just focusing on spiritual gifts today. We're focusing on any types of, gifts, talents, skills, abilities, powers, or things that you might have. Whether they are hidden or ones that are just kind of confirming things for you that you already are aware of. Okay, so we're going to put all the cards out so I can look at everything together. So we're starting off with the 10 of Cups. Already beautiful energy. We have the 8 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, 8 and 10 of Pentacles. Okay. And we have the Emperor. So already some powerful energy coming through with the tarot. So let's actually put this one up here. We have Middle World, card number 36. I'm just kind of noticing the details in here. Okay. So the Middle World, we have Good Fortune with Abundance. And you guys have the 8 and the 10 of Pentacles here. No kidding. Let's see. We have Anima Mundi. Anima Mundi. Okay. We have the Dolphin. We're going to have room up here. Okay. Wow, we have the Shamanic Journey. Purpose, Attunement, and a Vision Quest. Wow. And then we have the Silence. Interesting. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of energy here, and I feel like a lot of what is, like I said, we're not going to focus solely on spiritual gifts and things like that. But if it is coming through, I'm going to let you guys know. And I don't even know where to start with this, because where I don't know what to call you guys. In a way, it's like how do I explain this? Okay. So we have this card, Anima Mundi. Okay. And the Anima Mundi card is about the all that is. It is universal cosmic energy. And I'm also noticing that you have here the middle world, which is the earthly plane. So you've got the cosmos, the middle world here. You have, the abundance here, which is also, right, middle world stuff. Eight and 10 of Pentacles. Your 10 of Cups energy here, which is talking about family and friends and connections with people, joy, happiness. But then you also have the shamanic journey here. And when I look at this silence card, even though you have middle world here, and the way that she's kind of holding onto this skeleton, this almost makes me feel like there's also lower world energy, which is primarily going to be the shadows, the darkness in a way, like, because you have shamanic journey. So it's kind of like, how do I describe your energy? It's kind of like this all-encompassing connection to the cosmos, and even with this to me is the upper world, right? You've got the upper world, the middle world, and I'm seeing the silence here, which is all of the shadows and the shamanic journey. And I'm feeling you've got vision quest here. So I don't know. Like other, this is like, I don't know how to explain this. It's like you guys are magical. Magical is the word, I guess. Um, wow, this is powerful. Even in this Anima Mundi card, I was just kind of noticing in the center here, there's a bunch of eyes here. We've got all of these planetary symbols. We have a person who looks like they're meditating here, and they're like right where their face is, there's this star, this light that's kind of coming out of it. It's like you guys are here on Earth, but you have like exactly that, Anima Mundi. You are all that is. You are here like on Earth as I feel like maybe for some of you may resonate very much like as star seeds. Some of you may be naturally gifted with psychic abilities, because you also have the dolphin here, which is water energy. And I'm feeling because we have the shamanic journey here. Many of you are natural shamans, healers, light workers. And I feel like there's a lot of energy that you pick up from around you. But I'm also getting that many of you are, and there's different types of shamans, focusing on different types of energies here, but I almost feel like your energy is like, I don't even know what to call it, like all that is, like otherworldly here on Earth. And like, it makes me feel like some of you might feel like you don't belong here. Like you don't belong here, like you're here visiting and you're experiencing everything. You're connected to everything. You're connected to, Mother Earth, nature, trees. I'm like looking at this middle world card, and there is this tree, and around this tree there's this like beautiful circle here, like orb circulating around it, like life, right? And then inside of it there's all of these crows or birds. So yeah, like that's just kind of what I'm seeing here. You have purpose, shamanic journey, purpose, attunement, and vision quest. And so, yeah, maybe I feel like many of you are naturally gifted healers, shamans, light workers, mystics. You're connected into and receiving messages, downloads, information from the spirit realm. You're here, I feel like, learning many lessons here on Earth, right? The middle world. Your communication to everything. Like you're connected to, animal spirits, cosmic energies, spirits, and then also with the silence here, like the lower world energies. This to me is the darkness. It's the shadows. It's the shadow aspects of the self. So many of you may even have felt like in your life you've seen through or have gone through a lot of darkness. Have maybe even on a shamanic journey in yourself in going through your own shadows, your own darkness. It's almost like you're, experiencing everything and in a way kind of bringing everything together. Looking at this, the silence, it kind of makes me feel like some of you have this gift even of mediumship, because I'm seeing how she's kind of holding this skull, this silence. It's like she's covering her mouth, but there's this energy that's kind of coming around her. It makes me feel like many of you are like empaths, like you're picking up on very subtle shifts of the energies around you. Just everything. Like I said, I don't know what to call it. I don't know. There's like this connection to everything, all that is anima mundi. But you have this very earthly, also grounded energy here. The Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is a card of self-mastery, which I feel like your connection, your sources that you're able to tap into makes it so that you are mastering all of your skills, all of your talents, not only on the earthly plane, but also, let's just say, your psychic gifts. Many of you, I'm feeling even like gifts of vision, clairvoyance, clairaudience, being a channeler, channeling information from the realms, right? Not just what's here and present on earth, but the upper realms and the lower realms, the shadows. Maybe even people that have passed, people that, that makes me feel some of you have natural gifts of mediumship here. You're connected to everything. Connected to everything. You feel all of this energy, and many of you have a specific purpose, I feel like, to help to heal others even, or to guide others, lead others. And then you have both, the Eight and Ten of Pentacles here, which are very grounded earth energies, and this is all about abundance, stability, security, and then you have good fortune here with abundance. So I'm feeling many of you also have like a regular people skill, I would say, because all of this is not normal. Not normal that it's not a good thing, but it's like I said, it's otherworldly. Like you're I don't know. It's like you're, like I said, magical, powerful is the best word that I could use for lack of better terms. But I feel like because you have the Emperor here, the Emperor is very masculine energy. So many of you may be very powerful at organization, leadership, decision making, planning, strategies, helping people to figure things out. I'm feeling some of you are also like very philosophical by nature. You're very inquisitive. You're asking questions. You're learning. You're taking in everything, learning from everything, right? From the light energies, the shadows, everything that is experienced here on the earthly plane. The silence to me, many of you may even be like introverts, some of you, okay, with the silence, introverts. I feel like you get a lot of replenishment from being alone, just receiving information, receiving from everywhere, everything. It's like you're kind of like based by sensory in a way, like you're based off of your experiences or what you're feeling in all aspects, all areas of your life. And so some of you are very, very intuitive. You're able to channel all of this information here. I'm also feeling, because you have the dolphin, to me, this is a very playful, sweet energy here. So some of you are very connected into your inner child, and you may have like a lot of creative energy, a lot of playful, childlike energy I'm feeling many of you, like, people love being around you, love like the energy that you bring. Like, you bring a lot of light, like, you know what I'm saying? Like light bringers. I feel like you're a person who other people feel like they could go to give them advice, to give them guidance. People feel safe. You make people feel grounded, and helping people to, like I said, solve problems, to heal. It's a beautiful energy here. And because the Emperor is masculine energy, that you're someone who's also incredibly disciplined, focused. And I feel like sometimes you may be super good. I feel like sometimes super good at being there for others, helping others, guiding others, in a sense. That sometimes I feel like it could be a little bit, and I don't feel like this is all the time, but I feel like sometimes it could be like you're trying to also do these things for yourself. And that may be sometimes where some of you struggle a little bit. But yeah, that is pretty powerful. I'm feeling, because of the silence card, it's like it's very shadowy energy, but I feel like it's in the quiet, in you just being able to receive information, whether that be from the earth, right? The birds, the animals, the trees, the elementals. It's literally, like this card is saying, connected to all that is. It's very cosmic, beautiful energy. This is making me curious to look at what this card says. So I want to look to see, but yeah, that to me is like very shadow, especially with the shamanic journey you have. So where is this? The silence. I don't even think these are in alphabetical order. The octopus, the sun bear. So I might have to just take a second to pause this. Let's see. Okay, so I found it. Let's see. It says, no amount of clarity or visualization is possible without distancing oneself from the noise of the world. Turning inward helps us become more in tune with the significant presence that fills the universe. It allows us to lay ourselves bare to it, to connect and ponder the greater meaning of life. Wow. It can be challenging to take ourselves out of the flood of distractions we deal with minute by minute, but our ancestors stand by our side, waiting to guide us along our path. Their experience and guidance are indispensable in our journey. Look at that. Wow. The silence rests her arm against a skull. Some cultures view skulls as an ultimate symbol of a life well lived. It represents our awareness of their message that echoes to us from the other side of the veil. Our legacy is our real teacher to the world. So the meaning of the card says to seek out a place of stillness to hear what you need. Time to meditate. So I would say, especially for those that may feel like, how do I activate these gifts? Like, how do I, do this? This right here, I feel like says everything for you. It is silence, whether that is meditation. And I feel like this is putting away all distractions, okay? No people, no TV, whether you want to do that outside in nature or you are sitting outside under the moon and the stars and just looking up into the sky, whatever that is for you. But I feel like that for you is the key because you have this connection to everything. The spirit realm, the cosmos, the universal life force energies, the earth, the animals, the trees, everything. Like literally everything. That is how you receive information. That is how you are able to do what you do and receiving guidance, right? Like this is saying from your ancestors, your spirit guides, those of you that feel very starseed, here as light workers, shamans, mystics, healers. You have a natural gift and talent here of being able to manifest, the Emperor being the masculine energy, which this to me is very intuitive, right? Very feminine, intuitive energy. But the Emperor is masculine. So this is about you being able to stay focused on what your goals are, getting stuff done, bringing in a grounded, stable energy. So to me, I'm also seeing this as balance. Many of you are needing to make sure that you keep your energy in balance, right? And that could be paying attention to your surroundings. What kind of people do you surround yourself? Because I feel like this is super high vibe energy with the 10 of Cups. Very high vibe. And I feel like you are a high vibe energy. And so I feel like people are naturally drawn to you. And that's not just the people on the earthly plane, but also the spirit world, right? So there's a need for you to set boundaries and protect your energy, but also quiet time, meditation, journaling, reflection, introspection. Many of you, could be serving as guides, healing, leading others. And so, yes, the 10 of Cups is very high vibrational energy. It is happiness. It is joy. And I feel like that is where you do best, is in high vibe energy. So surround yourself. And that may also be something that really help you to tap into your gifts and into your abilities, where you start to feel shifted into your power completely to be able to manifest, right? Is to surround yourself with people who are high vibrational. And that includes family members. And right, not all of our family members are high vibe, right? So this is going to be a need for you to sometimes set some boundaries with family members, love from a distance, remove certain people out of your life if that is possible, toxic relationships, friendships, removing yourself out of toxic job environments, work environments, surrounding yourself with high vibrational energy, because this is where you have that access, right? To be able to receive the information, the downloads that you need to perform in a way what you're here to do. And I feel many of you are may even be using this as what you're doing in your life. Many of you are natural born leaders. The Emperor is very much about order and discipline and, you know, strategies, focus, organization. It's a very protective energy here as well. So, leadership. What else? What else? What else with the Emperor? Stability. You know, you might thrive in places and environments that are stable, that are grounded. Also, because the Emperor is Aries, fire sign energy. It's all about, maybe for many of you, being very creative, talented, skillful, in terms of you being able to think outside the box, or higher perspective than other people can see things. So you add a lot of, like, let's just say if you have like a job, like a regular job, career, that you are someone who is able to come up with solutions because you're also very intuitive, right? You're very intuitive here. And so I feel like many of you are visionaries. You are excellent at planning things, or maybe even like, just, I don't like, I just feel like this energy is like so powerful that like you're great at so many different things, bringing people together, bringing joy, bringing happiness. Many of you are very talented at certain hobbies and skills that you might have with the Eight of Pentacles. You know, the Eight of Pentacles is like an energy of an apprentice working at a hobby, working at a talent, working at a skill. And I feel like anything that allows you to be creative, something that allows you to connect into your inner child, which could be really anything. You know, it could be painting, it could be art, it could be singing, sing something that makes you happy, something that makes you feel connected into your inner child. But also, I feel like because you have this connection to not only the earthly plane, but also the cosmos, that you also need to create a balance for yourself. And this may also help you to kind of really bring out your fullest potential, is that you don't forget your spiritual, you don't neglect your spiritual self. Okay? Don't neglect that part of yourself, because we have to remember at the end of the day, we are all spiritual beings. And sometimes when we go through life feeling a little bit ungrounded, unbalanced, thrown out of alignment, and a little lost, we have to remember, right? Meditation can help us to get to that place where we are connected into our guides, our higher self, our ancestors. You know, so that could be creating little rituals for yourself, you know, like you journal at night, or you do a little, you know, prayers or meditations or something, you know, for yourself, where you go inwards with this energy here as a way to restore your own energy. What else? Ten of Pentacles is also a card of family legacy, ancestry, bringing, like I said, bringing people together. The Ten of Pentacles is also about long-term wealth, generational wealth, stability, security, families, children. Many of you may feel called to work with people here as well. Many of you, I feel like, would be naturally talented at being a boss, a manager, an executive, owning your own business, you know. But whatever, I feel like, don't limit yourself. Anything that allows you to be creative. But I feel like you have just an amazingly intelligent, the dolphin is also very intelligent, but also very playful, very sweet. Sound, I feel like music. Many of you are talented at music, singing, because of the shamans, right? The shaman has also many tools to use, drums, rattles. Many of you are just naturally inclined, I feel like, and gifted. Maybe you might have a beautiful voice. You know, the use of drums or sound bowls or something may also be, you know, something to kind of dancing, you know, for some of you. Movement, something that allows you to kind of flow into I don't know. It's just like very ethereal, but at the same time, shadowy and mysterious. And like there's a lot of depth to you, pile one. Oh, so much depth and so much magic. I feel like many of you are also very wise, very knowledgeable, and some of you may even be channeling information from the realms and you don't even realize you're doing it. It just flows out of you because I feel like you have all of this connection to everything that is around you, that you pull in all of this energy. And so, yeah, those of you that feel like I don't quite feel like that yet, spend some time alone. Spend some time maybe in nature, you know, learning, maybe even for some of you, astrology. You may be very gifted at that, you know. Just, I don't know. It's just like there's so much beautiful energy in this pile. Abundance, good fortune. And look at that. You've got both the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. It's just beautiful, beautiful energy. So yeah, I would say make sure you keep your own energy in balance. Allow yourself to explore your childlike nature, creative energy. Many of you, like I said, your natural, like, just very inquisitive, learning, studying, knowledge. It's like there's this whole like ocean of wisdom, knowledge within you, so much depth. And I feel like you crave learning, you crave knowledge, you crave, many of you with the shamanic journey may even be like natural, very nomadic as well. Some of you that feel like a little bit restless, like you want to go, you want to travel, you want to explore, you want adventure, you want to discover. So many of you may feel like I want to move, you know, and surround myself with beautiful places, homes. Many of you may even have a natural artistic talent of being able to design in a way, like, you know, being an architect or somebody who enjoys like gardening, landscaping, like interior design. Like there's just this eye and this vision that you have that just kind of brings all of these things together. It's just beautiful. So whether you choose to do something, you know, very like material world, like a boss, being a boss, being a manager, being your own boss. But I feel like many of you have so many unexplored talents, and really allowing yourself to just be creative, you know, and spending some time alone to think about, you know, who am I? And just let yourself go and try and do. And I feel like you're meant to just experience many different things. So don't try to fit yourself into a little box of, I can only do this, you know, with my life, or I can only focus on this. I feel like you guys are just like this beautiful mix of everything, everything here. With the attunement here, maybe some of you are like naturally gifted Reiki healers, you know, especially with being a shaman here. Just very, very beautiful. Many of you, I feel like you're natural teachers. Natural teachers. Also, this is number 18. That's the moon energy. So again, very shadowy. The subconscious mind. Many of you may even feel called to like work naturally, like psychology and, you know, studying the mind, studying people, like reading body language is kind of what I was getting earlier with this, with the silence. It's like you pick up on those very subtle nuances of energy around you. It's like everything, you know what I'm saying? Like you're a sponge, you take in everything, as what I'm getting here. And you process, right? All of that with all your access, like your, you know what I'm saying? Like without you even realizing it, it's like you're, okay, I've received this information from my surroundings here, and I'm connecting to the cosmos, and I'm talking to, you know, spirit guides right now, and then I'm talking to the ancestors. It's like you're processing everything here, and like, just, it's beautiful is like the only thing here. So yeah, some of you may even feel like, some of you, you know, may even feel very drawn into studying like minds of mental health illnesses, and just intrigued by you know, like documentaries and just research information, like just something amazing about your mind and the way that you think, you know. So yeah, I feel like pile one, let yourself just kind of explore, you know, spend time in nature, try to keep your own emotions, energy in balance, you know, working on your own healing, you know, and I feel like be very confident in yourself and your skills and your talents and your abilities that you do have, and definitely manifesting here abundance, you know, bring your own energies into balance, the feminine and the masculine energies, you know, is truly beautiful. Okay, so that is all that I have for you, pile number one. I do hope this reading was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile two. So those of you that resonated with the Angel Aura Quartz, this is going to be a reading today. So something I forgot to mention in the intro, if there are any spiritual gifts that do come through, I will let you guys know. However, that is not what our primary focus is today. We're just kind of looking at everything, whatever it is that comes through. But if there is spiritual gifts, I will definitely let you guys know. Okay, so I'm going to kind of pull out all of your cards, and we're going to take a look at everything together. So with the tarot, we have the Hanged Man. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands. And we have the Five of Cups. Okay. Let's do this one first. We've got many paths. Many paths, okay. We have courage, fear, strength, fierceness, and family. Strength, fierceness, and family. Do I want that over here? We have divine truth, Christ consciousness. I'm going to put this here instead. Christ consciousness, divine truth. We have the seer. The storm. Wow, you have the wolf too. Okay. Interesting. Okay, because we have the wolf. The wolf is also very, very much connected into the energy of family here as well. This makes me feel like you also have like a very protective energy. Okay, so we're looking at what are your unique gifts, talents, skills, abilities, superpowers, whatever it is that comes through. We're open to anything Spirit has to say for you, pal, too. Okay, so let me just kind of look at this. Got the Five of Cups. Okay, so what do I want to say about this? Knight of Wands, Three of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. And then you have this storm energy here, which is very like tower energy, like the tower in the tarot. This makes me feel like very chaotic. chaotic, chaos, destructive. This also makes me feel, because you guys have the wolf and there's this lion up here with strength and fierceness. Even though we only have like the I don't want to say only, but we have the Knight of Wands energy here. So maybe for some of you, this is like, because this makes me feel like very Queen, King of Wands here. And maybe this is something that you guys are discovering about yourself. Like you're still working on improving this skill for yourself. But where do I start? This is how I felt with pile 2 or pile 1. It's just like so much information here. Okay, so I guess we'll start with your storm energy here. Like I said, this is very tower-like, which could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing, right? It depends on how we're using this tower energy. Because the storm can be, like I said, at times very destructive. It kind of breaks things down in a way that because you have divine truth and Christ consciousness here. So this makes me feel like there is this, like almost like many of you kind of go through a lot of transformation. Almost seems like some of you might find like tower moment after tower moment after tower moment that you experience within your life. But I feel like amidst this, let's just call it chaos. And then we have the 5 of Cups energy here, which is about, grief, loss, pain, sadness, feeling hopeless sometimes, feelings, emotions, things of that nature. That these situations that you might go through in your life are, although they could be painful and challenging, I feel like there are also things that you're meant to learn from. And as a result of that, it's turning you into a stronger version of self, even though it may not seem like it at times when you're going through it. Because this can bring in a very like tumultuous energy, So it makes me feel like with the many paths here that your soul may feel like you're constantly starting over, like reinventing yourself, and almost like there's this like you're transmuting energy here, which makes me feel like very temperance, Sagittarius energy, even though the temperance card is not here. But that's kind of what I'm seeing here, because you have the storm, the 5 of Cups, which is all of that heavy energy emotionally. But then you have the Hangman. And the Hangman is about a change or a shift in perspective. It's about taking a pause for reflection in how else can I better navigate the storm. So I don't want to say that you guys thrive in chaos, but I feel like as you are kind of going through things in life, that you are able, and it makes me feel like very Scorpio energy too. Like you guys are very, like the ability to transmute energy from almost like you're turning your pain, your trauma, your things from your past into your superpower. And it's making you, in a way, a stronger version of self. So I'm getting kind of like this very like warrior spirit energy from you. Very protective, especially, you've got 2 strong animals here. You've got the wolf and you also have this lion that's right over her. So I'm feeling that you're a very, I feel like very protective, especially over, like, if you have children, like there is some serious like mama bear protective energy that you have. And it may be for some of you, it's learning how to also navigate through chaotic situations and not allow these things to be something that completely break you down. And that may happen, where you feel like you've absolutely hit rock bottom in your life and have gone through so much turmoil. But that turmoil has been something that has helped you to grow and to evolve into this very powerful being. And for some of you that feel like, okay, I'm not even there yet. I don't even know what you're talking about because I'm still stuck in the chaos and I'm still stuck in this Five of Cups energy. Then I would say that to kind of bring these talents out, or these abilities that you have of turning your pain in a sense into your superpower, into your strength and confidence. It's like I said, it's like this very, I want to say she wolf, like a she wolf energy, even though there's a lion above her head. But it's just this, what do I want to say? It's like a very powerful, fierce energy within you that, and many of you, I feel like you haven't even tapped into this energy. Like maybe for some of you, it's healing that is going to help you to transmute this pain, or that anything, that you're holding on to into your power. Because like I said, even though we only have the Knight of Wands here, this to me is kind of like, maybe this is something that you're learning. You're not really a novice at, but you're getting better at it, and you're learning how to not allow certain things that you go through to be something that completely break you down. And like I said, many of you may have already felt like this situation, this breakup, this loss, or this something that I've experienced here has completely changed who you were. But I feel like it's like you experiencing this kind of breaks you down so that you can rebuild yourself in a sense into this stronger version of self. And ultimately, I feel like this, the embodiment of this energy here is where you're meant to be. We have strength, fierceness, and family. And so the lion is also a symbol of incredible power and strength and courage and confidence, and also too with the wolf, and the wolf energy here too is very intuitive as well. The instincts, what else? Fearless, just fearless type of energy. Many of you, I feel like, have a natural talent of mentoring or teaching. What else? Yeah, teaching. Being people who are very reliable, like people being able to count on you as someone who is almost like this energy here of what do you call that? Activism, or like standing, like caring about people, like fairness, balance, like you're someone who's cares about people, like you're that person to like stand up and speak up and say something. I feel like with the seer energy here too, you know, the seer is a very intuitive energy, very psychic energy. So many of you have, you can see how her eyes are white here, and she's got like this little crown on her. There's a little eye here. But to me, it's like this, many of you may have a gift of clairvoyance. You could be like this direct channel to receive information from spirit, you know. Many of you, it could be your third eye opening, awaken. Many of you may have already gone through your awakening, or this could be a need for you to, like, if you don't feel like I'm quite clairvoyant, I would say working on your healing could be something that helps you to open up this gift more. And also allowing yourself to just kind of receive information from spirit. And that can come from sitting and meditating, you know, allowing yourself to receive information from spirit. Okay, a lot of times what you guys don't get to see, because I don't really put myself on camera when I'm reading cards, but I am clairvoyant. So a lot of the times when I'm reading the tarot, my eyes are not even open. My eyes are not open because I receive those pictures or colors, or sometimes it's a word that spirit will write out for me, like a word that I'll see, not written down, but like in a like almost like it's typed out, and I'll see certain like words that spirit will show me. So yeah, and you know, sometimes it happens when I'm daydreaming. I could see like visions and stuff like that. But yeah, for many of you, it's going to be meditating, nature, spending time in nature. So you're keeping yourself kind of open to receive information with this. Okay, many of you like practicing, like if you already know you kind of have some clairvoyant abilities there, practicing them a little bit more. They have plenty of videos on YouTube where you can practice your clairvoyance, ways of doing that as well. But yeah, this to me is like you're someone who has a lot of inner power, inner strength. To me, this is definitely this energy of leadership, because the wolf and both the lion here, leadership, skills, abilities. What else do I want to say? Because like I said, this kind of reminds me of the Queen of Wands energy or the King of Wands. Many of you may inspire others, motivate others, even if it's something that I feel like sometimes you might struggle with kind of being able to do that for yourself sometimes. That you are someone, like, even if you're feeling sad and you're not feeling your best, you are someone who has a very, I feel like, strong energy to be able to feel like you want to step in to help another person. Many of you may also, with the Five of Cups energy here, you could also be healers, okay? Because the Five of Cups is like I said, it's a very feeling very sad or hopeless, you know, depression, which could be something that some of you struggle with at times, you know, your own feelings, your own emotions, and bringing them into balance. So many of you, that could be a way that you also help to bring out these things within you, to bring about more confidence, self-esteem, you know. This is all about you, I feel like, believing in yourself. Many of you are extremely creative, extremely creative. I'm also getting here, Spirit is showing here, that some of you have like take really good care of your appearance, your body. Not like that's a talent or anything, but maybe you're like really good at like working out or being healthy or taking care of your body or your beauty. Like You might draw a lot of attention. You might draw a lot of attention to you, like you're very attractive. Is that a talent? Being attractive? Um, like attractive people, or like people like to be like around you. Like you're hot. I'm getting like people saying you're hot, you're attractive, beautiful, handsome, and it could be something about your physical appearance. Um, but regardless of, I feel like your external beauty, pile two, I feel like there's a lot from within you. I think a lot of strength. Maybe like some of you, even though you're going through this, it's like you pull it together, you know? Pull it together, because many of you, even though you could be experiencing things like this in your life, I feel like, I mean, this is like boss energy to me. Natural born leaders, um, trailblazers, independence. Many of you would be really good, like I said, at mentoring people, teaching people, like life coaching, helping people, like maybe even talking to people. Because this, when I look at the storm, I don't know why, but it kind of makes me feel like I'm thinking very like nurse thinking, nurse brain now. But when I look at this storm here, it kind of reminds me of like the electrical impulses in the brain and the firing of, I don't know, I'm going to be too far into the nurse stuff with you guys, but it just kind of reminds me of the processes that are kind of happening in the brain. So it makes me feel like for many of you, you could be very intelligent as well. Very quick thinking, quick witted, figuring things out, analyzing information. What else am I getting from this? Yeah, critical thinking is also something that's coming in here. Critical thinking. Maybe that's why I'm saying nurse stuff here. Critical thinking. Yeah, it just makes me feel like you guys are like almost like some of you have like so much, like almost like you need to unleash it. That's kind of what I'm feeling here looking at this. It's almost like there's so much going on within you that there is this need for release of the energy, release of the power. And I feel like that's where many of you, it's like I said, you're go through these things, but through that you're reinventing the self. You're becoming like going through the glow up after glow up, and you become this powerful energy here. Many of you may even feel called, right, to do work with your spiritual gifts. I'm definitely seeing clairvoyance here. The Knight of Wands energy is also kind of like this unbridled energy of passion and creative energy and, discovering, traveling, exploring, and many of you, I feel like allowing yourself to have some type of creative outlet where you can just let that creativity just run wild. And I feel like I love that you have many paths here, because many of you may even feel like, oh wow, I'm just noticing here this too, this Three of Pentacles with this. This makes me feel like many of you like are meant to I feel like, oh, many of you it could be opening your own business, because these are very leader energies here. So it almost makes me feel like you're not meant to work for someone else. You're meant to do your own thing. Many paths here to me could even be that, because this to me, especially when it comes to like business and using your talents and your skills in life, your natural abilities, that like learning to believe in yourself, right? And that may mean building up your confidence, building up your self-esteem, believing in yourself, nurturing your talents, nurturing your skills that you have. And it's very creative energy. So it makes me feel that there is like this constant reinvention of self. So with the many paths, to me, it's like you're not meant here. What was that? You're not meant to have just one career. You know what I'm saying? You're meant to explore. You're meant to. So what this makes me kind of feel like is that some of you might find yourself like all into doing this one thing. And then like a little while, maybe, I don't know, maybe like a couple years, couple months down the road, and you're just like, I love this. I want to do this. I want to kind of explore this talent or this type of, creative idea that I have. So many paths to me means that you're not meant to have and stick to just one thing in life. You're meant to explore many different paths, literally, right? Where you allow yourself to explore your creative energy to its fullest potential, right? To me, like I said, this reminds me of very, very Scorpio. Transformation, change, evolution, like constantly feel like you're going through the rebirth, which for some of you could be like, okay, I'm tired of this already. I'm tired of going through the tower moments in my life. But the hangman is also a very spiritual energy. This is where we gain spiritual enlightenment by being able to have a change or shift in perspective. So for some of you, it is, shifting away from feeling hopeless or feeling sad or feeling grief and pain and loss, and transmuting that energy into your power, right? Which is also you holding a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom. And being that you also have divine truth here, Christ consciousness, this is about you. I feel like learning a lot about the truth of your soul, who you are, right? Discovering who you are at your core. And yeah, many of you, I feel like you're meant to be entrepreneurs with that Three of Pentacles energy. You're meant to explore your creative energy and don't limit yourself with your creativity. I feel like you're natural born leaders. And for many of you, you could, be a Leo. You could definitely be a Leo. We've got earth energy here with the wolf. So it could even be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. And this is very Piscean energy with the hangman. But yeah, I feel like this could also be something that's helping to kind of break down illusions, undiscovered things about you, or even allowing yourself to kind of explore these paths, different paths that you're on and different things that you're learning along the way, because the Three of Pentacles is also a card of community and about networking with people and showcasing your talents and your skills, right? So many of you can be doing something that you love to do that is creative, whether that is making jewelry, making, bracelets, or painting. Also, because this reminds me very much of Queen of Wands, you could be someone who is a natural gifted like singer, some type of artist, an actress, an actor, what else? Like I said, life coaching, and it could even be like designing, fitness, beauty, creating your own makeup line or skincare, anything that has to do with like the body. Like I said, some of you might have a talent maybe for coaching people, like a, what do they call them? I was gonna say a gym coach, but I know that's not the right word. A fitness person, a fitness coach, but this is also a very strong motivating energy, so you could have the, like, even as a talent, like say if you work at a business, that you're someone who motivates people to become better leaders of their own business, because you have a lot of these skills of leaderships, qualities, and abilities, that you could be someone who goes in, let's just say, as a, what do you call it? What is the word? I think it starts with a C. Someone who goes into a consultant, someone who goes into people's businesses, like let's just say you have these skills that you have of making it to the top, or being a boss, being an entrepreneur, and then you go in and coach people and have like events where you go in and coach people on strategies and how to stay disciplined, how to stay motivated, how to come up with some type of a plan or something that's going to help them to get to where they need to be. So it's kind of like you have a lot of these skills here. Yeah, just natural born leader, trailblazer, paving your own path. You're not meant to do what everyone else is doing. You're not meant to just be working for someone and slaving away your whole life. You're meant to use your natural abilities with your creative energy, whatever that means for you, right? I don't want to just kind of list off a bunch of things and say, okay, that is what you have to stick to. No, allow yourself to explore your creativity. And I feel like a lot of this is about you with the divine truth here. A lot about you finding, like I said, your truth within inside of yourself, right? Not what someone tells you it needs to be for you. This is about you finding that from within the self, what you believe to be true for you. Embodying the energy of your higher self, becoming the highest possible version of self. And many of you may already have that talent of being able to connect in, right? You being a direct channel here, not only your clairvoyance here, very psychic energy, but also being able to be a direct channel for receiving information from your highest self, and to be able to use that, right? Channel into that information, right? Because this high vibrational, high frequency type of energy here, this is all about goals, manifesting your goals, your dreams, intuitive awareness, creating balance within your life. I'm feeling for some of you too, because we have this kind of reminds me here, the many paths and the storm. I don't know why, but for some of you, I'm getting it's clearing away past life type of stuff too. Past life patterns. But yes, I'm seeing this as a transmutation of energy, is what you're here, why you're here, is transmuting this energy into you becoming the best possible version of self. And this energy is also, to me, very powerful with manifestation. So many of you could be manifesting abundance, have a natural talent for being able to manifest abundance. And again, like I said, if you don't feel like I'm not quite there yet, take some time for your healing, right? To allow yourself to transform, to allow yourself to grow through whatever this is that you need to heal, right? Honoring your feelings, honoring your emotions, and that hangman, being that it is a change or a shift in perspective, could be what you need, right? Sometimes it can, like, especially if you're in a situation that is creating this chaotic energy for yourself right now, and you're stuck like this right now, right? The hangman could be you removing yourself from a situation, removing yourself from a situation that is, I've got itchy palms here. We've got lots of money in this pile. As my grandma used to say, money, manifestation. But you being able to transmute and change your perspective here on things by taking a step back from situations that you're in could be helpful for you to recognize where you might need to release something, right? With this storm energy here, where something needs to be broken down, whether that is your own beliefs about yourself, right? Because this is, like I said, powerful energy. It reminds me very much of Queen of Wands energy. And the Queen of Wands has a lot of potential, and for some of you, I feel like because we have the Knight here, maybe it is undiscovered. Maybe it requires you to have that change or shift of perspective of the way that you feel about yourself, the way that you see yourself, right? And don't feel like, especially for those of you that feel like a little bit lost on your path and you feel like, okay, today I wanted to be a singer and an actor, and then tomorrow I feel like I want to open my own jewelry business. Or, you know what I'm saying? Allow yourself that flow, because this to me here is that you're not meant to just stick to just one thing. You're meant to allow yourself to try multiple things, whatever this is that you feel drawn to. But more or less, this, I feel like for you, is about you believing in yourself, believing in your dreams, your goals that you set out for yourself. Because this, to me, I'm going to say Queen of Wands, this Queen of Wands energy is unstoppable. It is a force to be reckoned with. It is, I'm on a mission, I've got a goal, and I'm going to make it happen. Obstacle, challenge, doesn't matter. I'm going to find a way to get what it is that I want. I'm going to make it happen, right? And I feel like this is you making this happen for yourself, is allowing yourself that freedom of creative energy, Many of you, because we do have the wolf with the earth energy here, like I said, are going to be naturally gifted at bringing about abundance, prosperity, security, and stability for yourself. And many of you, like I said, are meant to be entrepreneurs. Okay? You're not meant to follow the crowd and do what everybody else is doing. You're meant to pave your own path, many paths, many paths. Try many different things. What resonate for you at a soul level, right? Your truth, not what someone says you need to fit into this little box to, in a way, conform, this is you meant to do your own thing, lead your own pack, in a sense, with the wolf. Yeah. And I'm feeling for some of you, maybe even to help you as well, is grounding. Okay. Grounding your energy. But changing, right? Shifting perspectives away from anything that is not really in alignment, or keeping you, right, from your highest version of self. Is there anything else that I'm seeing here? I also notice this is what we have here, 34, which to me is also the Empress and the Emperor. And then you've got 4 down here, which is also the Emperor energy, right? So I'm also feeling for you, there's a need for you to keep this balance between your feminine and your masculine energies. Nurturing, right? The feminine, intuition, creativity, abundance, prosperity, you know, but it's also nurturing yourself, learning to love yourself, okay? Embodying the energy of the feminine from within and also the masculine energy, okay? Keeping yourself focused, disciplined. Many of you are already, right, in those energies as your natural talent and skill that you have is the ability to maybe be someone who is very disciplined, very organized, coming up with strategies, plans, figuring things out, you know, higher perspective, different perspective, right, that maybe other people have, a different way of looking at something, you know. You could even be that person or that friend who, when another person is feeling and going through, right, this type of energy, that you can help them in a way, inspire them to change, right, their perspective and the way that they too may look at a situation, right? But yeah, I feel like that will be very important for you as far as you tapping into, like I said, your truest potential here is to balance out both feminine and masculine energies and releasing anything that is not, you know, in alignment with that. Okay. So that is all that I have for you. Also, we got number 2 here. That's the high priestess energy right there. The psychic energy. That is all that I have for you, pile number 2. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So those of you that resonated with the Obsidian crystal, this is going to be your reading. So before we get into it, I forgot to mention in the intro, although we are not focusing on spiritual gifts today primarily, if spiritual gifts do come through, then I will definitely let you guys know that, okay? But we're looking, yeah, just as a whole, what are your unique gifts, talents, skills, abilities? So let's look at your tarot. We have the 7 of Cups. We have the 6 of Cups. We have the World, and I think we're missing one. Where is the other one at? There it is. And then we have the 2 of Swords. Interesting. 7 of Cups, 6 of Cups. Okay. Let's see what else we have. We have Wild Woman. Wild Woman. We have Awakening, Emotional Intelligence. Okay. Let's do this one. We have Twin Flames, Soul Partner, Eternal Connection. Okay. We have Rabbit and Fox. Rabbit and Fox. We have the Riddle. It kind of looks like a snake. Wow, and then we have the Cobra. Okay, some interesting energy here. Let's see. Where do I want to start with this? Well, the first thing that I'm seeing here with Awakening, you have emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence here. And then you have the Riddle, which almost makes me feel like maybe you are literally good at like figuring things out, analyzing information, because you do have emotional intelligence here. So this makes me feel like, I don't know, maybe some of you are really good at picking up on other people's energy, which makes me feel like you might You might get like a lot of your information from reading people. Like very sensory, emotional, which makes me feel some of you could potentially be empaths. Like understanding maybe other people's feelings, emotions. Um, I'm feeling that you guys are also visionaries. Visionaries. Like you may have a tendency to be a little dreamy, a little spacey at times. Um, and I feel like because you're someone who I almost kind of feel like you're people who really like like study study people, like not in a way that's like creepy, but like in a way that you're like I don't know, maybe you're interested in like psychology or understanding things, kind of like pondering the deeper meanings of life, very like philosopher type of energy here. And I mean, the Cobra energy, it says fire sign, fire energy. So could be a lot of passion, a lot of creativity, but the Cobra energy is about being a teacher, a student of life, a spiritual guardian for some of you. So I feel like being that even in the riddle card here, it kind of looks like it's very cosmic here too. So it makes me feel like you may feel very intrigued by like studying maybe even astrology, like understanding things, learning things, taking in a lot of information is kind of what I'm seeing here. I'm also noticing because you have the Six of Cups here and the Rabbit and the Fox card. This Rabbit and the Fox card talks about generosity. And the Six of Cups is also about kindness and gifting, you know, gifting to others out of the kindness and generosity of your heart. So you may be someone who is very kind and loving and nurturing, I feel like, to others. Yeah, I feel like, and what I kind of feel like with this energy, because with the emotional intelligence and the riddle here, I feel like many of you have information that you learn, but it's not even because you've studied. I mean, some of you could, but I don't feel like some of you, it's like you don't even have to study. You don't even need to like read about psychology or read about, you know, behavioral patterns or things like that. I feel like many of you may have gone through maybe some challenging things in your life. And many of you could have even been through childhood with the Six of Cups there. It makes me feel like you've learned a lot of the things that you've learned through your life experience, you know, because this is both student and teacher and teaching energy here, an inner teacher, like you, like self-taught kind of energy is what I'm getting from this. Like loving to learn, absorb, take in knowledge, wisdom. Many of you may have gone through awakening, could be going through an awakening process, or, you know, working on your spiritual path to open yourself up more. Many of you receive messages through the dreams. Even this rabbit and fox looks like they're up in the clouds in the moon. Many of you, I feel like you may very well be very talented or skillful if you studied astrology or worked with the moon cycles. For many of you, the Six of Cups energy is also very childlike energy. So many of you are very connected to your inner child, which means that you could be someone who is very creative, a lot of magic, a lot of wonder, You know, we literally have the world here. So maybe some of you love to travel, or you love to. I'm feeling with the world, this can also be that many of you have also accomplished a lot in your life, for some of you. Okay, because the world is about the completion of cycles, but also feeling success, you know, accomplishments, achievements. It's a very celebratory energy with the world as well. And what else do I want to say with this? Yes, travel. Some of you might be very intrigued about like other areas of the world, like learning languages. Maybe some of you are talented, like with knowing multiple languages, or like immersing yourself in culture of other people, you know, studying people. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like studying people, and not like, not in a creepy way, but like you're intrigued by, you know, learning. Like, I feel like, yeah, and immersing yourself in language and maybe food for some of you. That makes me feel like maybe some of you are naturally gifted like at cooking, or some of you without, like I said, without even like needing to study. It's just like you're tapped in, you're tuned in to energies, and I feel like it's a very beautiful energy. Now, with the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups is a card of dreams and visions, and sometimes it can get us in trouble, right? With the Seven of Cups, because we can be very spacey in that energy. So I feel like for many of you to really kind of tap into your talents and your skills, grounding may also be something that's very helpful for you as well, to ground it, especially with this Cobra energy being fire. Fire energy is extremely passionate, right? It's very creative. It's very powerful when it's yielded in the right way, right? We have to also ground that energy. Otherwise, burnout, right? Imagine with fire energy, if you know, like, because this is about action, right? Where imagine yourself just working and working and working and working, right? You eventually get to that place where you're tired, you're drained, you're exhausted, you're fatigued, you're tired, and we're burnt out, right? So that's where we need to ground the energy here. And the same thing with the Seven of Cups. Like, we can be very dreamy and have lots of goals and dreams and visions and imagine things, but we also have to put forth this fire energy, right? And ground these ideas. So many of you, I feel like you have a lot of creative talents and abilities that maybe many are undiscovered. And I feel like also what might help you to do that is to also tap into your inner child, right? Creative forms of expression. Many of you, I'm looking at this wild woman here, how she looks like she's almost like she's like dancing. So maybe for some of you, you could be very talented with literally maybe dancing. But to me, this is also kind of getting this energy of freedom. Many of you, like, I'm kind of getting, some of you may feel a little, what do I want to use the word, like nomadic or traveling, adventure, exploring. You want to feel free. You want to feel, I don't know, it kind of gives me like Sagittarius energy a little bit too. Like just feeling free to expand and explore, and especially with the world here. I don't know, maybe some of you would just like be, maybe thrive. I maybe feel like a thriving in an environment that allows you maybe even a job to explore and to travel and to kind of do things. But like I said, many of you are naturally talented, you know, students here. There's kindness, there's generosity. Many of you, like I said, are visionaries, you know, able to imagine things. And I feel like more or less for you, it's about grounding those ideas. Because many of you may have like amazing, amazing imagination, you know? And I feel like there's a need for you to kind of bring those ideas and those dreams to life in a way. Allow yourself to express and create within that energy. What else here? I kind of want to see what the wild woman says. I want to see. This is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle 62. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. So it says, when the wild woman dances into your reading, and that's what she's doing, right? That's what I said. She looks like she's mid-dance. It says, she reminds you of the essence of authenticity and freedom. Divested of all social constraints and cultural conformity, the wild woman holds up a mirror to your essential self, the true essence of who you are and who you're meant to become. She is a reminder of the bright light within each of us that gets dimmed by the restrictions imposed upon us by the expectations of society. She reminds us that in order to be fully present to life, we must uncover that light and let it shine brightly, regardless of the perceived consequences. When the wild woman comes to dance in your reading, you're invited to shine brightly and to know that your true self is being called out to engage the world. This is a symbol that your long-held dream is beginning to take root and wants to be expressed. Your authentic self doesn't fit in a box. It needs the freedom to shine. It's time to have courage and step into the light. The wild woman says, shine brightly, dance with abandon, be yourself, and let the Great Spirit decide what happens. You'll be happy you did. So let's see. It says, excess for its own sake is a sign of imbalance. This is a warning sign that you may be trapped in obsessive thinking or behavior, looking for release in places that will never provide it. Let go, lest you become like the hungry ghosts of Chinese Buddhist lore that can never be fulfilled. True release comes from trusting the fluidity of life, understanding that just as a river, its banks need to flow through. So too do you need boundaries around your thinking and behavior. Now is the time to simplify, be mindful, and connect to that light within, right? So many of you may already be in a place where you fully embody, right, your true self, your authentic self. And so like this is saying, if any of you, are in a place, like I said, with the Seven of Cups, is a lot of daydreaming, a lot of visions, but we can get kind of spacey in that. And that can also lead to confusion, right? We also have the Two of Swords here, which is about conflicting thoughts, conflicting ideas, indecision, right? So I feel like in some way too, you have these talents, you have these skills, these abilities, right? Learning and teaching and kindness and generosity, and I'm feeling your connections with others, maybe even bringing people together. Some of you may even be because there's also this connecting into your inner child. Some of you may be good, like I will say, like even for like a real world job, like working with children, being a teacher, of young ones, little ones with the Six of Cups. Maybe something there that you have a natural ability to connect with children, right? So maybe you are good at explaining things to kids, to children, to help them to understand, like teaching children how to read or how to write or to count, things like that. I feel like because you're very connected into your inner child yourself, you can be playful. You can, maybe lead some type of like children's program or kids program, or, almost like because you have that connection, I feel like, to your inner child, you could make someone who's, I'm feeling very nurturing, very loving. It's giving me like very Empress vibes, Empress energy, like a natural nurturing quality to you, regardless of your gender. It's just there's something about your energy that is, yeah, loving, nurturing, kind, gentle. And this could be something, like I said, where you teach, I mean, I don't know, maybe for some of you, it's helping others to heal their inner child, you know, understanding others. I'm feeling very empathic energy here as well. Understanding, figuring things out. You know, maybe this is analyzing data or information, like if you want to take it to like real world skills, things of that nature, like conventional job or career, that you're someone who's good at analyzing data, information. Maybe you'd be good with, you know, statistics or what is something else here? Like working with information technology, like IT, computers, and, you know, it even makes me kind of feel like, I don't know, I'm just kind of getting like very Queen of Swords energy from this. Very articulate. There's something maybe about your intelligence, the way that you speak. Very clear, very direct, very authoritative for some of you. Authoritative, powerful, direct, blunt for some of you. Straightforward, honest, truthful. You know, even if the truth hurts, you could be somebody who's just like, I feel like when you speak, people listen, you know, maybe you have an authoritative tone or a presence or, I mean, the Queen of Swords, interesting that I said that. I was like thinking I'm getting Queen of Swords from this. And what I was saying is earlier is I feel like you're a visionary and your intelligence here. And that is also, I mean, not so much the emotional part, but it's very Queen of Swords energy. Very well spoken. Many of you, literally with the riddle here, maybe you guys are funny. You guys have a good sense of humor. You make other people laugh. You keep people entertained, which is also good, right? For kids, children, which makes me feel some of you are like playful, silly, which makes me feel like some of you are good at maybe lightening the mood, keeping things lighthearted, breaking the ice. You know, Queen of Swords energy also has a good sense of humor. What else here? Articulate writing. Some of you are very talented with writing. Many of you are meant to like write books, stories, maybe for children, or even sharing your story, forms of expressing yourself, you know, something that allows you freedom to express, to explore in whatever way that you want to. What else am I getting from this? Queen of Swords, writing, speaking, teaching also with the Queen of Swords. Because it's, I don't know, like I said, yeah, analyzing solutions, data, information. This is also to me kind of like, because it's figuring things out, analyzing, it also makes me think like super deep into like forensics, psychology, understanding the mind. What else? Reading people, understanding people. What else? What else with this? Definitely feeling like higher consciousness. Many of you are even like direct channels of information. I'm feeling. Even, I forgot to talk about this twin flame card. But I'm noticing that there is this tiger here, and right out of the center of the tiger is this light that's beaming straight up into, let's just say, the cosmos here. Soul partner, eternal connection. I mean, some of you, yes, you could be in twin flame connections, but more or less, I'm seeing this as you. Union within yourself, your feminine and your masculine energies. And that may be something for you as well that's very helpful for you to really tap into your gifts, is to find union within inside of yourself. Right? Maybe for some of you, because of this emotional intelligence, you could be super good at reading other people's emotions, other people's feelings. But I feel like a lot of this is also for you to understand your own. right? To shift the focus away from other people and reflect inwards. Understand yourself, right? Also, like the riddle, figuring yourself out. Who am I? Right? Who am I at my core? Finding union and balance within your feminine and your masculine energies here. What else here? Yeah, I'm definitely feeling with the world energy here too. There's expansion and growth. You know, you're meant to expand, explore, discover. And I feel like when you don't allow yourself to do that, that is kind of where this, you know, what this is talking about, the conformity, the restriction. Like you cannot feel restricted and stuck and tied down. You know, so some of you may feel a little restless, and that's what kind of brings me kind of like that nomadic energy of just like needing to discover and explore. And I'm feeling a lot of it is you doing that with inside of yourself, right? You mastering your own emotions, your own energy, you know? What else do I want to say with this? I kind of want to see a little bit about this riddle energy. What is that? I don't know how to read this far in Roman numerals, so it's L111. What is this? Okay, so it says the riddle, the puzzle, the question, the mystery. It says when the riddle is present, one must stop searching for the right answer. It cannot be found, and ultimately it is not important. Rather, there must be a shift from the literal to the metaphorical, from logic to mythic. You are thinking too small and literally about the situation. The riddle card appears when the energy is deep and mysterious, like the elusive wisdom in a Zen koan. Focusing harder won't do it. Neither will increased effort. Time, surrender, and humor are your only allies. What feels like the most pressing dilemma won't reveal its deeper wisdom for a long time. Eventually, you'll learn a profound lesson from the riddle. For now, get comfortable with the limitations of your intellect and the reality of not knowing. And I feel like maybe you guys are super inquisitive, curious. You want to learn and find out information, and maybe there's some things maybe that you're focusing on that you're not meant to find out, you know, just yet. And so maybe for some of that's where you kind of get stuck. Okay. For now, get comfortable with the limitations of your intellect and the reality of not knowing. It may be, in fact, be the only reality there is. So it says when it's in its light energy, it's the great awakening, which is what you have here, the awakening, the aha moment, an epiphany, right? When it's in its shadow, it's manipulation, deceit, and trickery. Okay. So yeah, that makes me feel very much, like I said, like very Queen of Swords, figuring out information. You guys could be super gifted at, you know, like math for some of you. And I'm just like, math, yuck. But like, you know, just numbers, information, is kind of what I'm getting here. Now, those of you that, yes, with that you might be on the twin flame journey, you know, it's a very rare spiritual connection. Maybe that, I don't know, how is that a talent? I don't know how that's a talent. Maybe it is telepathy. Let's just say that. Maybe some of you are telepathic, because that is definitely a trait within the twin flame journey. Telepathy. Maybe you have connections into the spirit realm, you know, where you're able to channel, be a direct source of information. Some of you may also have twin flames that have not incarnated, you know, and you could have that connection to your twin flame who's not even present on the earthly plane, you know. That can also be something there where I'm also kind of getting a connection to your higher self and being able to access information that way as well. So some of you, like I said, because you're able to kind of pick up on energy surrounding you, that a lot of you, it's just like, you just know things. That kind of gives me claircognizance as well. Many of you are claircognizant. It's just having an inner knowing. You just know things. You don't have to be told. You don't need to, you just know information. And if you don't know what claircognizance is, I'm going to give you kind of like a little example. Let's just say you're sitting with your friend and your friend's like, let's go get some ice cream. And then you look at your friend and you're like, the place is closed. And then they're like, what do you mean it's closed? It's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's go. So you get in the car, you get there, and then there is a sign on the door that says, we're closed. We had to close early today or something like that. It's just like you had that feeling, that inner knowing that, whether that you received that information just, through, the divine or your higher self or your spirit guides, or you just kind of just feeling it. Maybe you saw a vision, maybe clairvoyance. You saw a vision of a close sign in your mind's eye, right? And you're looking at your friend like, I'm seeing this close sign. It's closed. It's closed, girl. We're not getting ice cream today. So that's just kind of having that feeling of something, right? And for some of you, it can be picking up on things that are a little unpleasant, right? Where you feel like something's wrong. Something's wrong. So you call someone, a friend or something like that, and then they tell you something's wrong, And I feel like you kind of have that connection, especially if you're a parent, for some of you, where you just kind of feel like, something's going on, you might have that as well. But yeah, I'm feeling many of you, it could just be, I'm also noticing, because this is number 16, which is kind of tower energy. Tower. Which makes me feel that maybe you guys have gone through maybe even a lot of upheaval in your own life. A lot of very transformative things that may have been very tumultuous, painful, and things like that. But I'm getting definitely awakening energy here. Some of you literally going through an awakening. And especially into your awakening, right? There's a lot of things that happen to you when you're going through an awakening. There's a lot of psychic gifts that come in when you're awakening, and when you're through the process of awakening, you become your higher self. You become the highest possible version of self. So there is a lot of tower energy. There's a lot of breaking down the old self. There is a lot of epiphanies and realizations and seeing the world in a completely different way, discovering hidden talents and skills that you have and being able to explore them. Being able for some of you to use your psychic gifts as well. What else was I going to say with that? Awakening. Okay, so after for many of you that do resonate with that and you have gone through your awakening, there are certain things, right? We go through awakening in stages, right? It's a process, right? We're a little bit at a time. We're going through stages of awakening. So as you learn certain things from that first wave that you go through, right, you're then able to use those tools to integrate into this new version of self, right? Until the next tower moment happens in your life and you awaken some more, right? You keep going through these layers of uncovering things and opening your eyes into, wow, I'm a whole completely different person than I used to be, and maybe for some of you it is, discovering who you are as a person and literally finding union within inside of yourself. And maybe some of you already have, you're together bringing into union both your feminine and your masculine energies, which is powerful, powerful energy when you can be in control of your own energy that way. And I would say for many of you that, to take full use of these talents and skills that you have, in those embodiment of the masculine and the feminine is for the feminine working on nurturing yourself, working on loving yourself, and learning what your worth is, what your value, and removing yourself out of or away from, right, certain situations, people, care of your body, your health, feeling beautiful, feeling handsome, working on yourself in that way, healing. And then with the masculine energy, it is the part of us that stays disciplined, right? Many of you may be very disciplined, very focused, just the same way that we were seeing a very nurturing energy with the Six of Cups. Some of you could be very disciplined, right? Very focused. Like I said, figuring things out, which is also a very masculine energy here. Finding, taking action, making decisions, planning, strategy, things of that nature that you guys could be good at doing, right? Which makes me also feel organization. You guys could be very good at organizing things, information, data, however you're doing that is kind of what I'm saying. Okay, so that is all that I have for you, pile number 3. I do hope this reading was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next one.